Okay.
Hey guys, we are going to record this question and answer Zoom for our team. I hope you find this helpful. We're going to start with Amanda. She has some questions that she's going to read for us that were submitted in the chat.
Okay, so let me just get to it. I'll just read the first one, and then if anyone wants to answer, just jump in. So the first question is, how do you convince PLCs to commit to the 3-month program? Issue with feeling like I'm harassing them.
Can I take that one?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't convince anybody, you fill a need. So the biggest thing with this is you don't convince anybody to do anything. You're not convincing them, you're not trying to twist their arm, you're not trying to, the best thing I can say is you don't try to sell them. You have to solve the problem. You have to change your mentality from, I'm in a business of sales, I'm trying to help people or solve problems. When you become a problem solver, that's when you start to see your sales go up. So if I see somebody who is struggling with getting weight off, I want to solve their problem. If I see someone struggling with anxiety, I want to solve their problem. If I have someone who has super wispy, thin hair and can't seem to get it to grow, I want to solve their problem. So once you become a problem solver and not a salesy person, you will see your sales go up. So I hope that you don't convince people, you just become a problem solver.
I love that.
I really love that. That's awesome.
Rachel, do you have anything to add on that?
I think Lynn covered that one excellently. What is her next question?
Can I just add something to that?
Oh, and
so I feel like
add something too after Sarah.
Yes, I can.
Myra wants to add something else.
Oh, okay. So I feel like the other thing with the loyal customer program with selling is you can't be intimidated by it. You have to just have faith, and you have to know, and it is an amazing discount. So just go into it like, oh, you don't want this discount? Okay, you're crazy then, because this isn't, I mean, don't actually say that, but you have to have that mindset of like, you don't want to be like, oh my God, it's this much, but it's only this much. Like, don't be intimidated by it. It's an amazing discount. And really too, I mean, with a lot of the supplements, I always find it really great to like break it down per month and per like how many days are in the month. And that way you can show them like how much they're actually spending a day. So I just wanted to add that in, like, because I think that's a lot of times when people ask about the loyal customer program and how to like get the sale, you just have to be confident in the LC program.
And I think the other thing is distributors. There are a lot of distributors who don't understand everything that a loyal customer is getting. Like, not only are they getting that 40% discount off the price, they're getting 10% back on every order in basically product credit. So every time they order, they're earning free products. And there's a big announcement supposed to come tomorrow about a promo with the LC program, so keep your eyes peeled. But the discount they're getting, the rewards they get back, and products that work, like, you have to have that confidence. Like, the LC program isn't something to apologize for. It's something to be proud of. It saves people money. It gets them products that work at a price they can afford, and they're earning products, free product, every time they purchase. Like, that's a good deal. And if you believe in that and you're confident in that, people are going to be like, oh yeah, that's great. But if you sound apologetic or ashamed to talk about this program, people are going to shy away from it. Like, it's a great deal. So you should be confident in that. And when you're confident in it, your potential loyal customers will see that. They'll see like, hey, this is a good thing. This is something I want to be a part of.
So I just want to I'm sorry, Mara. I don't want to I just want to add too that when you're confident in the product you're selling. So, and if you're confident, if you know the products. So if someone comes to, or even mentions to me that their hair is like they can't get their hair to grow, or, you know, what can I take? And they're talking about the over-the-counter supplements from Walgreens. I know for a fact that our products are better than over-the-counter stuff because they're 98% bioavailable. So if you don't know what that means, then research it. Like, do some research, because you need to know that our products are better. You have to be able to talk with confidence and talk. You can't do that if you don't know what our products do and you don't know about how they work in the body. So make sure that you, I feel like sealing the deal a lot of times is using the product. You can't do that if you can't talk with confidence if you don't use it or know about it. There's products I've never used, but I know about it. I haven't used it. So make sure that if you don't know about the product, that you do learn through product coach, through talking to your leaders, through Zooms, through whatever you have to do to learn about that product. Because if you talk with confidence, they're going to have faith in you, and they if you know what you're talking about, there's no question. They're gonna go with you versus someone who doesn't. Sorry, Myra.
That's okay. That was basically what I was going to touch on. If you think you're having trouble signing distributors or loyal customers, you don't know enough. You need to go and do more research into any network marketing company. You know, you can compare them, contrast them. You need to look into our products and learn everything that our products do, because some products do more than one thing. Like, you can give out keto coffee and everybody knows that it's going to give you energy, but also you're going to lose weight. So you need to go figure that out, and you can't be telling everybody the same thing. If you're copying and pasting messages, of course, that's cool. It does go a long way, but if you aren't customizing those messages to fit your conversation, everybody's different. Not everybody will, understand things the same way that another person does. You need to customize your messages. Act like you're actually talking to a human being. You're not talking to a computer. You are talking to somebody else on the other side of the phone. So, customize your messages. That goes a long way. I use copy and paste messages, but I do fix it so that the person I'm talking to is actually having a conversation with me and actually opens up with me. And excitement. If you don't have any excitement, I use emojis, and that goes a long way. If you're not using emojis, I don't know what about emojis makes excitement, but if I see an emoji, I get excited and I can feel that little energy over an emoji, and I'm pretty sure other people feel the same way. So yeah, that was.
And
me.
it's just with scripts is I view scripts as bones. Like, they're the bones of a really great message. Mm-hmm. But you have to take those from bones to like a full body. You add your words, you add your feelings, you add your emotion. People can tell if you are just copy and pasting them. They can tell.
Can I add two things?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be on this for hours because we keep adding things. Only on the first question. I like what you said, Myra, about like you need to learn more, but I do just want to say you don't have to know everything. I still use Product Coach all the time. Sorry, I was just eating chocolate. I don't want to go over my teeth now as I'm talking. You don't have to know everything. I use Product Coach all the time still because there's some things that I really don't know. And like Rachel said, it's the bones though. So take what Product Coach says, but then make it sound like yourself. The other thing I want to add too, I think Lynn, you didn't start to say something like this, but like you reminded me about being confident in the products and like, being a problem solver, you were saying too. The best way to do that is to be using the products yourself, because then you're going to have real life testimonies. And so if somebody says, my hair is so thin and brittle and I can't get it to grow, if you had the same problem and then you use the product, you could actually be like, oh my God, I had the same problem and then I use this and, blah, blah, blah. So that was all I wanted to add. Okay.
And I can tell you, I've been in this business 3.5 years. When I have been excited about my own personal results, that is when my business has boomed. In the beginning, it was the wraps. I blasted. I did not give any shiz. I was like, here is my belly. And I blasted those pictures everywhere. But I was excited, and you could see a difference. And, you know, that was like my 2015. In 2016, the cleanse came out. I got killer results, and I blasted them everywhere. I probably sold hundreds and hundreds of cleanse in 2017. And in 2018, they gave us keto coffee and keto, and the Lord came down upon us. But seriously, like when I had those 3 products, like the product I sold the most my first year, wraps, because it was the product I had personal results for and the one I believed in the most. Year 2, the cleanse just released. I did it. I looked like a different human being in my after picture. Literally, I still have it. I still use it. Like, I was able to just share, like, this is what it did for me. And people were like, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. And then this past year with the keto coffee, the keto line in general, like, if you are using these products correctly and sharing, what they do for you, people are going to come to you. I cannot explain to you the amount of messages I receive when I am excited about and sharing my personal results. And if you don't have those personal results, commit this month to try a product and get your own, because I promise you, having your own personal results will change your business. Amanda, is there more questions?
Yeah, there's 2 more. 1 second. Let me get it. Okay. So she said, I'm only a month in, but I'm trying to gain a few distributors under my belt. I have a few PDTs, but they are skeptical about the opportunity. What are ways you guys use to, in lack of better words, convince them to join?
I'll take it. No, you don't convince. You don't convince people. There's no convincing. Like, what made you enroll? What made you enroll? Like, what is it? I mean, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't convince people. There's so many positive things. You just talk about the positive things and you give them the information that they need. And honestly, and I have heard, I used to hear people say this, and it used to drive me insane because I thought it was a bunch of crap, to be honest. Okay. So I used to hear this all the time. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. But that is the damn truth. Like, you can't. If someone is interested in this business, they're going to be interested in you. They've messaged you. You've reached out to them, or they've reached out to you. But either way, if they're continuing the conversation, they're interested. So you can't, they're wanting a change, and convincing someone. So what I have learned in my personal life, and what I've learned throughout this business in almost 5 years, is that when people are comfortable, so if you message someone who is, making 6 figures a month, and they're comfortable, and they don't see that they need a change, they're not going to be interested in what you have to say, because they don't feel that they need this change in their life. And that's okay. Move on to the next person. You don't have to spend 3 days or 6 months obsessing over this one person. You should have multiple people that you are reaching out to on a daily basis that you want to talk to, or you are excited about this business for. So share your personal experience. Obviously, share good stuff, but you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And that's the truth. So if people are ready, they're uncomfortable. Pain is a motivator. So people who are ready for more money, less hours, they're not seeing their kids. So many people in this business were not in it for financial reasons. They're in it because they were not home with their family. And that's the damn truth. Like, we have to be there whether they want financial freedom or just freedom in general, freedom of time. So make sure that you're not just approaching it from a financial aspect, because if you're not making the money, I mean, the fact of the matter is that we have the ability to earn income from our phone. It doesn't get much more free than that. I mean, I was just, over the weekend, I was talking to a girl who is not with at work. She's with another sales company, but she was asking me social media advice. And she works with my husband, so I was just helping her as a friend. And I was just telling her, like, you know, when you're posting about your business, the fact of the matter is that we can make money from anywhere. I used to accept the fact that they used to tell me when I could, my boss used to tell me when I could leave. They used to tell me when I could eat lunch. They used to tell me if I got to eat lunch. They used to tell me when I could see my kids and when I had to work on the weekends. Like we don't have that. We have the utmost freedom with our job. Does that mean we have to do it all the time? No. Like we have the freedom to do it when we want to. You just set them right there. I'll put them away. Okay. So, I mean, does that make sense? I know that was a very long-winded answer, but
No.
but it's a lot, but generally speaking, like, just think of the positives and what can this offer you? That's up to you. I can't tell you that you're going to make 6 figures a month, or 6 figures a year. I can't tell you you're going to make 5 figures a month. I don't know that. I can tell you what I did. I can tell you what others have done, and I can tell you what's possible. But the rest is up to you. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. And the more you convince them, the less likely that they're going to be great, the less likely they're even going to join you. So don't convince people. Just give them the facts. And the fact is that you can make money from anywhere. And our compensation plan is great. So
I just want to echo that if you get into this pattern of, especially if you're stuck on one person or a couple potentials that you're like, oh, they said they sign up Friday, 8 Fridays ago, but you're still investing all this time and all this energy and all this emotion into these people who have blown you off week after week. So much. Like, there is someone out there who needs this and wants this right now. And if you are spending your time begging people to join your team, you're talking to the wrong people. I promise you, there are people who want to make extra income from their phone. Even $100, $200 a month would literally change their lives. And that is the opportunity that we can offer others. Like, we need to be proud of that. Like, you need to be proud of that, because, you know, this is not something that a lot of people get the privilege to offer, but we do. And I think sometimes we get, Lynn said it earlier, like, when you get in the mindset of helping, when you get in the mindset of helping people, it changes everything. And what we have is the ability to give people a way out of their struggle if they want it. So when people reach that point where they're like, I need to try something different, you don't need to convince them. You just need to tell them the truth. And if they want to make a change and they're ready, like, you will not have to convince them. I promise you. And I think a lot, especially with some of my downline, with what I need to work with them on, is just like, if you have to beg them, if you have to, like, you got to let them go, because there's the next person around the corner. You're spending time begging this person and missing the people who are ready.
I was raising my hand. I want to add something. Also, too, I know in the beginning, like when you first start and you're filling a chart, you kind of just want to sign people and want to get those boxes filled, but be picky, you know, like, not interview people, but like don't just like blindly sign anybody up, because if you're spending all this time convincing them to join you, you're going to be spending just as much time convincing them to work. So you want people who want this. You can't want it more than they do. So show people what it's doing for you, what the business is doing for you. It doesn't need to be cars and paying off thousands and thousands of dollars of debt. It can be filling your gas tank. It can be getting Starbucks. It can be, starting to put aside money for a trip that you're going to take. It can be having, I said this to one of the girls on my team, China. It can be, she was doing a bunch of laundry, and I'm like, make a post, say that you're excited, you're thankful that you can work from home and get this housework done, and you don't have to do it, when you get home from work. So it can be simple things like that too. That's all.
Definitely agree. Is there more to that question, Amanda?
No, that's it for that. Well, she has one more question, but I think it's separate. Let me get it. Sorry, my phone is bugging out. How many times do you guys follow up with PLCs who say they will order a certain day, but then ignore you constantly when you follow up once each week or every few days? I find that frustrating as well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just I'm sorry. I have to take this one. So when you, Rachel,
hold on 1 second. Anybody on the Zoom, if you have a question you want answered, put it in the chat so that we have those to go to next. So if you have any question, any concern, anything you want leaders' input on, take it in the chat right now. Lynn, take it.
So you gotta stop thinking about you, all right? So the more people that you are talking to, the more likely you are to sign those potentials when they say they're going to enroll. So if I am talking to one person and they don't enroll on Friday, like they said, I'm going to be devastated. Oh my God, they didn't enroll. Now I have to go look for someone else, No, but if you're talking to 100 people or 50 people, or you have a list of potentials, the greater your odds of the person doing what they said they're going to do is. Now, here's the thing. Not everybody, and I'm that girl. I am that girl who says, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'm not anymore. I'm going to order on Friday. I'll order on Friday. Friday came around and I didn't have crap for income. I barely had any extra. I was envious of anyone who had a $5 bill in their pocket. So, but I didn't know that till I got my check. I didn't know what my check was going to be. I didn't know that. I worked in the medical field. So when we had the opportunity to go and buy scrubs, we could payroll deduct them. I didn't know that I was the overspender and the fancy person at work who was the fancy pants who went and bought extra stuff. And I didn't know what my payroll deduct was going to be. Stop laughing, Rachel. God bless. It's not that funny. Damn, Myra, come on now. So I'm that girl that I, over-obligated myself, oh yeah, I want that mascara, yeah, hit me up on Friday. Do you think that I wanted to say I don't have enough money? Hell no. They are not messaging you back because they don't want to tell you that they're broke on Friday. They don't want to tell you that they don't have the money. They don't want to tell you that their husband just left them. They don't want to tell you that something just happened in their life that maybe they're embarrassed to say. So it's not about you, it's about them. Always, it's about them. What do they need? What is their situation? Don't always make it about you. You didn't say the wrong thing. If they're interested and they said they were interested, screenshot their mess and keep messaging them because they are interested still, but it's just not the right time for them. Just keep talking to them. When tomorrow y'all are going to be blown away. Message them again. Message them repeatedly, and don't just message them about. And I have no idea what that note Jeffrey is obsessed with vacuuming. All right, obsessed. So I think he's vacuuming again. Let me walk over here because it's legit loud.
And this is why I love the Zooms.
He won't stop. Stop vacuuming for a second, please. Go to work so you don't vacuum. It's not all about you. Like it's always about them. Like they, tomorrow message people like crazy, but make it about them. Make it about them. It's not about, well, I need, will I be commission qualified? Well, I have to, do this. It's not about you. It's about them. And I had a great thing going before he started running that vacuum again, and I forgot it. So
Well,
if I think about it.
It's just, I can carry on the torch, hopefully. If you're messaging with the mindset of, I need distributors, I need customers, I need this for me, you're going to see much less positive results versus if you have the mindset of, who can I help today? Like, I have these products that I know can do this, this, and this for someone. Like, who today on my timeline can I find that I can help? I promise you, when it shifts in your mind from I need 30 BV to who can I help fall in love with our greens today? Who can I help, find our keto energy and realize that they don't have to drink these chemical-filled energy drinks every day to have that burst of energy? Like, when you start thinking and understanding, and so much of this is education on our products and understanding how they work. But once you get that and you just like feel like, literally, I feel like a fairy, like, oh, you're tired, I can help. Oh, your hair's not long enough, I can help. Oh, your skin is not clear, collagen. Like, once you understand what we have to offer, you will be excited to talk to people about it, because it's exciting to have a product that gives people the results that they want. Myra has a thing.
So with following up with customers, for me, I do it every 2 weeks, so every Friday or every other Friday, and I put it into my calendar. Make sure that your calendar on your phone doesn't delete past events, because once you get to the next month, it'll delete everything from the months before. So what I do is I just put them into my calendar, and every time I send somebody the cost of something, like, oh, our cleanse is $60, but if you become my product tester, it'll be $36, blah, 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 blah. I put it into my calendar because that person already knows how much it costs. So it's already on their mind. They're already saying, okay, 36 is either too much for me, or I need to save up, or whatever else. So I put it into my calendar, and then once every 2 weeks comes by, every Friday, I just message them, hey girl, do you want to get started today? I have your spot on hold. And then I do it again, and then I do it again. But I leave those messages. I don't unsend the message, because I want them to know that I've been messaging them and I've been waiting on them. So don't unsend your messages unless you're like sending the same thing. But then at the beginning of the next month, I message them again. Everybody from that month who didn't order, I tell them, hey, I'm updating my discounted spots. Do you still want to be on the list or not? Most of the time, they're going to say no. And I leave it at that. So I don't have to bother them. I don't have to waste my time hitting them up again, wasting 2-3 minutes of my life when I could have been sending out 10 messages in those 2 to 3 minutes. So that's what I do, put it in your calendar.
But for me, on the flip side, when I say, hey, do you want me to take you off my list? I get people who are like, oh my God, no, this came up, please, I'll be ready this date. So, but either way, either outcome, it's saving you time, because it is preventing you from continuing to follow up with people who are just going to ignore you or aren't interested anymore or don't have the finances anymore. And it's going to give you a clear path for the people who are like, yes, no, I'm still interested. I'm sorry, this happened or this came up. I'll be ready this date.
That gives them the opportunity to explain whatever happened to them. That's what I've been getting a lot lately. Like,
and
girl, I've been broke, or my paycheck didn't come out to what I thought it would. I'll order next paycheck. But like Lynn
they
said,
usually do explain if you give them the chance to. But I'm telling you, do you want me to keep contacting you, or should I take you off my list? I don't know why people respond to that. They'll either say, take me off, or they will tell you, keep me on, and here's why I wasn't able to order before. It is magic.
Because people have FOMO. They don't not want to know.
That's perfect. I remember what it was. So when you follow up with someone, don't always follow up about it works. Like this girl keeps telling me she's going to mess it. Like, I'm going to order. I promise I'm going to order. Great. At this point, if you don't order, great. Like if you do, great. But her dad, like the night she was supposed to order, like her dad, she said, I don't, whether it's true or not, I don't care, but I'm going to message her when I'm set to follow up with her. I'm going to message her and talk about her dad. Like oh my God, hey, how's your dad? How's your dad? Hope your dad's well. How are you? How's your dad doing? Because if her dad wasn't like, didn't have a heart attack, like she's going to feel like total shit. Like you know what I mean? She's going to feel like crap for lying to me. But like, do you know what I mean? Stop. I feel like you're laughing at me, Rachel.
I thought you were talking about me. I'm
just trying to be a human being and readjust. I'm not laughing at you.
No, like I'm real. Like I reach out to people, not even about it works. So if they didn't order on the day that they said they were going to order, I reach out to them and even if they say no, they will follow up and say with my message and say, hey, I haven't forgotten about you. I am going to order. Hey, no, I'm totally not even messaging you about that. So make sure that you are, again, being a human, remember what they tell you. Because if they tell you that their husband lost their job or they got in a car wreck or, whatever, you got to remember that stuff because those are things that bring them back to you. You're a human. You were personable. You remember what was happening in their life and that you are real. Like you have to be real with them. If you're not real with them, it's out the window. It doesn't matter what you say. They're going to go to someone else because they don't trust you. So building trust with that person is huge.
Absolutely. And I just want to expand on that. This past week, I have been going through just like a really hard personal time, but what day was it? Man, one second on, that's not it. On 4 days ago, so whatever 4 days ago is, I posted the ugliest photo I've ever posted on social media. It was legit me crying. And I said, it's okay to not be okay. I feel like we often forget that social media is people's highlight reel. One of my goals has always been to strive to show you my authentic self. Sometimes that's through humor, sometimes that's through quotes, sometimes that's through silly pictures of my day. But today, I'm not okay. And I want you to know that if underneath your social media mask with the perfect filter, you're not okay either, that's okay. Keep breathing 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time. It's okay to not be okay right now, but I promise you it does get better. Sending lots of love out to anybody who's hurting today. And honestly, that was me. Like this picture, like I cannot look that swollen and ugly like on a whim. Like I worked for that. Like I cried the tears.
Filters didn't make that.
But I'm telling you, I have worked my Instagram for 3.5 years, you guys. I have posted what I thought were the best posts. I've posted what I thought would get the best likes, the best interaction. This post has put them all to shame. 1,645 strangers liked that post. And 206 strangers commented on it. And countless others were in my inbox asking me if I was okay and if there was anything they could do. We live in a world that craves authenticity. We live in a world that craves someone who is confident enough to be vulnerable because that gives others the strength to share their vulnerabilities. And I just want to encourage you. I know this is a little off topic, but if there is something you are struggling with, please don't consider that your weakness. Because I promise you, what you're struggling with can be your strength that connects you to a tribe you didn't even know you had. And people, direct sales wise, people want to be able to trust who they buy from. People don't want to trust from an adsy, spamsy, like, profile. That's the word I'm looking for. They want to buy from someone, thank you, Mel. They want to buy from someone who they can relate to, who they can trust, who is real. And I think a flaw, at least in the training I received, this isn't anybody's fault, this is just what we were taught 3 years ago, was to only post the positive. But I just want to reassure each of you on this call that posting the real is sometimes much more powerful than posting the positive. People can connect to your struggle and your pain, and they'll connect even more to you overcoming it. So if you're going through something right now, don't consider that a weakness. Don't use that as an excuse to not post. Use that as your reason to post. I promise you, if you share your struggle, if you share what you're going through, it's amazing. Your followers are going to love you. They're going to accept you. They're going to lift you up. And that is the kind of community that we can build. And that is the kind of impact we can make. So I know that was a side tangent, but I just wanted to encourage all of you with that. Myra has a go.
Okay.
So, whoever follows me on my Instagram on here, you guys see how I post. I always tell everybody to be personal, to just be yourself. Like, don't be all it works all the time. Like, it does not have to be that way. It doesn't always have to be positive, because then you're just going to be spreading fake positivity if you're going through things in your life and you're not talking about it. Like, people want to see the real you. People want to know what you're doing. If you're going through a lot right now and you need a stress reliever, pop some Confianza and talk about it. I'm going through some stuff right now, and I'm going to take this Confianza, and it's going to help me a little bit. Like, just be yourself. Talk about what's going on in your life. Talk about what you're doing. Hey, I'm going to go get my nails done, and then I'm going to pay with my It Works card. Like, that's being personal. Yes, you tied that to It Works, but you're doing something for yourself with It Works. So be yourself. It takes a lot of confidence to put yourself out there on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media you're using, but it also takes practice. If you're not going to do it, then it's never going to come to you. You're never going to become confident if you're not actively trying to be confident in yourself.
And I just want to assure you, like, you should be confident. You should be. You took a risk that so many people are afraid to take. You believed in yourself. You believed that you could change your life through working a business through your cell phone. Most people are too scared to do that. So I just want to tell you that you're courageous and that you're in the right place, and that we believe in you, and that we're here for you, and we want to succeed with you. And you are never alone in this. So if you feel that, that is a lie, and we are here for you, and we are always available to reach out. Amanda, did we have any other questions tonight, or does anybody on this on the Zoom have any questions they would like to put in the chat?
There wasn't any more questions that I got. So let's just see if anyone has any.
Yeah, if anybody has anything you've been struggling with, anything you want help with, please, please, please just type it in the chat so we can talk about it. Or if you're more comfortable just unmuting yourself and talking about it, please. We are here to answer your questions and to help you. So if you have questions, concerns, something you're struggling with, please put it in the chat or unmute yourself, and it would be great if you talk to us. I'm going to call out Mallory. I can't unmute you. I've tried 3 times.
I unmuted me. You just want me to ask a question?
I want you to ask a question or share something you're struggling with or something we can help you with.
Okay. I guess, I mean, we've talked about this before, but I'd like to hear everybody else's opinions too. Like balancing, I mainly have been posting for LCs just because in my head, my strategy was kind of get some LCs so you can get some more money and then talk about what the money's done, so then people will reach out to me to be a DT. But now I think I want to kind of do the DT thing, post more for that. But I just want to have like a balance because also too, I'm using the hair, skin, and nails, and that has been my most popular one that I've sold. So I don't want to like only post that, but it is the most popular. So I do want to draw attention to that and like just finding like a balance of like what to post and like yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna touch on that. So, am I echoing?
Well,
I
both
think you both were saying it.
both Lynn and Sarah Lynn and Amanda were talking. So whoever wants to go first.
Sorry. I go ahead.
I'll be short. So, what I've been doing for the past probably like 5 or 6 months is I'm posting mostly like for distributors, like on my main page. So I'm posting a lot of like selfies and then with like a distributor type caption.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been using the stories a lot. Like I literally blow up my story like all day with like products and then with the opportunity as well. So I've been posting basically on my page for distributors, and then I'm using the story to post for like LCs and distributors. And then so like personally, I don't message for distributors. I kind of just wait for them to come to me. And I'm just very on top of posting about the opportunity. So I do get a lot of people in my inbox asking, and then I get a lot of people joining. So I message just for like host to post, like asking people to post for me. And then I'm getting my customers that way and from my story. But on my page, I'm mostly posting about the opportunity. And I just found that that works better for me personally with enrolling like both. I don't know if like that's going to work for everyone, but personally, that's like what's really helped my business with like getting customers and distributors.
And it's really hard for me to follow that because that's awesome. But no, so even way back in the day, like Sarah remembers this, like we posted for distributors the 1st to the 15th, like we tried to fill our chart. So focus on filling whatever chart you're trying to get to. So if you're trying to get to executive, you want to fill that chart the 1st to the 15th. If you get it done by the 7th, perfect. From the 7th to the end of the month, you post for LCs to fill the volume. So that's what we have. I mean, that's what I've always done. Aside from, I mean, posting about literally everything ever, like to kind of find the balance of what do I post, what day, you know, what should I do? And to break up the monotony of saying both. Fill your chart. You have to fill the chart. If you're not filling a chart, like where are you going? So you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal and like where am I going first? And then so filling that chart first makes more sense. Fill it with DTs, then fill the volume. But if you can do that like Amanda simultaneously, that's perfect. But not everyone can do that. That's realistic. Like she's a flippin' rock star. If you don't know her, like she's awesome. So it takes a lot of work to be Amanda. Like I can't. She's awesome. So I don't know, Sarah, do you agree with that? Like to yeah. So
yeah, I mean, I do message. I don't not as regularly as Amanda probably does getting people in my inbox, but when I get people in my inbox about being a distributor, it is because they've seen me posting or because they see what it's doing for me. So I think that I just want to like kind of add in about like just being really consistent is super, super important, because if you're not being consistent, people aren't going to believe that, one, you trust about the product, or two, that this business is even real. And I think, Rachel, you had kind of said like in the beginning, like not that it was something that you were taught, but about like always being positive. I think a lot of us were just fake it till you make it was something that we were told a lot in the beginning. And that's why I kind of try and stray away from, because I also don't like giving people false hope. So I think that's why I kind of stray from not the simple stuff, the gas, being able to do your laundry, the going to the park with your kids. So, but yeah, I agree with you, Lynn.
Faith until you make it.
Faith until you make it. Yes, that's good.
Faith it until you make it. So have faith in the company that you're with until you make it where you want to be, instead of fake it. I hated fake it till you make it. Like I don't want to fake it with anyone. I can't, because
none of us any longer talk to the upline who told us all to fake it till we make it and make auto ships a requirement.
Right. So
that out.
Until you make it thing, like didn't fly. I had to show all of my followers were from frickin' Missouri, like the show me state. Like, show me you're making that money, show me that it's really happening, and then we'll go from there. But you faith it. You have to have faith in what you're doing. You have to have faith in the products you have. Products you haven't tried. I've never tried Estro Rhythm. Maybe I should. Maybe that's why my cheeks are red. I don't know. Don't laugh at me, like Rachel. Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing. I'm hugging.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's legitimately products I've never used before. Maybe I need to, but you know what I'm saying? Like I've never turned anyone away from Estro Rhythm. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. My friend so-and-so uses it and they love it. They order it every single month. They swear by it. I've never personally used it because I don't need it.
Right.
Maybe I do need it. That's probably why I'm so red. Okay, but I say I don't think I need it. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I use Confianza every day, and I have for almost 5 years. I have an extra bottle because there are some 4 pill days. Okay,
don't lie. You have a backup bottle for your backup bottle.
I do. There are some 4 pill days that I deal with. Okay, so most days are 2 pill days. Some days are 4 pill days. So I have a backup bottle for the backup bottle because I use
but that's a relevant thing. Like, a lot. I mean, I couldn't give you a factual statistics right now, but I believe it's about a third of the country that most of us live in. People are struggling with depression, anxiety, something of that nature. And I mean, not to delve too far into my personal history, but I have been a pharmacy since I was 13 with the stuff that doctors have tried to do to me and thought would help and have ended up hurting. And I'm telling you, Confianza and Keto Energy, I can't see what Lynn's holding. She's holding something. Confianza and Keto Energy and just the keto diet and following that with the keto coffee and the keto products have done more for me than medication prescriptions have done for me in the past 10 years. Actually, 13 years if we're getting technical. So if you're new and you're on this call, the reason we have this confidence about the products is because we've used them. So if you were like, whoa, they're so passionate about this, hell yeah, we are. And I want you to pick a product today. If you don't have a product that you've tried, if you don't have, take a minute and think, like, what is something that I struggle with daily? Is it your weight? Is it your anxiety? Is it getting enough servings of fruits and veggies? Whatever it is, identify it and be like, okay, we have a product for this. I, myself, am going to commit to do a 90-day challenge with this product and post your results. Talk about how you feel. Talk about the changes you see. I promise you, the face of your business will change when people see you're not just advertising. when they see you are using these products and talking about how they've benefited you, like, you're not a poser. You're using the products. People can tell, and people will join you. Sarah, do you want to say something? You look like you want to say something.
I was just gonna, well, now I feel like you wrapped it up, so now I don't want to like jump back in with my thing. It was about confiance, and I'm just about being a product of the product and using the product and showing people you're using the product. I think the best confianza post that I ever did, that I got like 4 customers from it within that day, within an hour, I think it was, is I posted a picture of me holding the bottle and my child is like screaming bloody murder on the background. And so the baby's all blurry, and I'm like, thank God for this mommy chill pill, and blah, blah. And people related to that, because the way I work my business is I follow people that have similar interests, and that's how I like make those connections. So there's lots of ladies on my timeline with toddlers that are little terrorists that could relate to that post.
And
so don't try to be somebody else with your posts. Like, it's great to follow top leaders and it's great to take inspiration from them, but don't copy their posts, because you're not going to be able to copy them forever, and eventually you're going to get burnt out. And if you're being real the whole time and being yourself, then you're not going to struggle with what to post, because you've always just been being real and posting yourself. So that's all.
And what you said was so important. People relate to that. And I think I touched on that earlier. Like, people relate to filling their gas tank. That's something.
I can't hear you for some reason.
Can you
You're
hear
not
me?
muted.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, it's my internet. Ignore me.
Okay. For me, sorry, let me try to get my train of thought back. Really being a part of the product. I lost it. Oh, yes. So being a product of the product is also comparable to when you're being a distributor. You don't have to post about these grand, huge goals. What people in your timeline are going to relate to are the little things you are able to do because of It Works when you're starting. A tank of gas that you pay with your It Works commission, that's a tank of gas that doesn't come from your regular paycheck, or a tank of gas that you don't have to stress about. I promise you, at some point in their life, almost everybody in your timeline has stressed about, oh my God, my gas tank is empty. Oh shit, I haven't been paid yet. Like, we've all experienced that. And for you to be able to share, like, hey, I used to experience that, but I don't have to worry about that anymore, because I have this extra income coming in. That's something that people can relate to. And I want to address, sorry, this is like quick change. I want to address the comments in the chat. We have one from Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee, I love you. She says, best advice anyone gave you when you were a newbie. And I will start. The best advice I was given as a newbie, with technically no upline, was that you have everything you need available to you. In your documents, in your eSuite, in your team pages, you have everything available to you that you need to be successful. And you can blame failure on people, or you can take responsibility and do what you're capable of. And I said, hell yeah. And I learned, and I read, and I went in eSuite, and I read, and I went in team pages, and I read, and I learned. Because once I was educated, I was confident. And once you are confident, you are unstoppable. But that confidence comes from putting in the hour, 2 hours of reading, of learning. And honestly, if you're repping a company, you should want to know those details. You should want to know how to confidently explain them to people asking you questions. And that's what's made all the difference for me. Learning about the products, trying the products for myself. Any product that applied to me, I've tried. I know that everybody's not in that position right now, but if you can pick one product that you can try and you can give a review of, and you can go live on your Instagram or your story and be excited about it, that's going to make a change in your business. People like to see other people excited. Like, we want others to do good. We want to do good for ourselves. So when we see people excited about something, we want to be a part of it. So find the best advice I received when I was a newbie was to just learn everything I could so that I was confident in what I knew and to be excited about it. Does anybody else want to share what the best advice they got as a newbie was? Myron, she'll go real quick.
So I don't remember ever getting advice. Honestly, it was 2 years ago, so I really don't remember. And I had tunnel vision. But I basically remember telling myself, I just spent $99 that I'm probably either, one, never going to get back if I don't work my butt off, or I can work, get that money back, but also make more. So you just invested $99. Might as well get your money's worth and then go a little further and a little further. You can do it. You just, like Rachel said, you just have to learn. There's a lot to learn here. You know, social media, where we work, is changing every single day. There's something new. You should be on top of it. You should be ahead of the game and always wanting to learn more. Who else is going?
Who's next?
I just want to add that if you're using I don't have a leader as an excuse, the person that enrolled Sarah Cruz and I enrolled us and left. Well, she didn't leave. Like, she stayed around, but she was no good to us because she was never available. She eventually left the company, but she didn't answer any questions. She just was MIA. So I want you to think about this person, okay? This person enrolled us, went MIA, and has 2 presidential diamonds under her. We learned on our own. She taught us nothing. We didn't have an upline. We can't use that as an excuse because she enrolled us and she went MIA, but we were still successful because we wanted to be successful. So if you're using that as a crutch, throw it away. Put it in the dumpster. It ain't no good here. It's BS. Do not use that for an excuse, because you do. You have every tool and every resource that I had when I enrolled, that you have everything available to you at your fingertips. Do not use that as an excuse. It does not exist, because 2 presidentials came out of a sorry, crappy enroller, and that's the damn truth.
And for what it's worth, my enroller quit about a month after I started. I think that she hit Emerald and then she quit. And I've gone on to hit Double Diamond. And Molly, what is even her last name? No clue. She didn't teach me anything. The truth is, I was hungry for a better life. Hungry.
People work harder.
So I went and I used the documents available to us, and I learned. And I learned. And I'm telling you that you have everything that you need to be good at this. The thing that is normally lacking is your belief in yourself. So if that's something that's missing for you, please reach out to your upline, or reach out to me, or reach out to Lynn, or Sarah had to go real quick. Reach out to Sarah. Personal development. We can give you some bomb personal development, because I promise you, if it was not for the books that I've read over the past 3 years, or the podcasts I've listened to, or the uplines who I have created lifelong friendships with, who pour into me and remind me of who I am, when I forget, I would be stuck. You need to create that tribe around you, and I promise you, we're all here ready to welcome you in, and we're all ready to support you, and we are all ready to see you achieve the dreams that you can't even imagine that you are capable of achieving yet. but you are, and we know that, and we believe in you. So hold on, I think I had another question. Leah asked, how do we reach out to more people after I have reached out after you have reached out to your current list of friends? Remember last time, oh, sorry, I'm gonna mute you, Lynn, real quick so I don't echo. I remember last night's Zoom and that they mentioned a host a post and gaining more friends, but what's the correct steps to take for that? Yeah, so if you are in Miracle Workers, and I'm sure Myra would be fine to add that binder in Freedom Chasers. Myra and Kara, who sadly is no longer with us, created this incredible binder. Like, I don't have words for it. It's what technically is it? A Google Docs file, but basically you click on it and you can like use it just on your phone or your computer, or you can print it out, and it is a roadmap to success. It is incredible. Lynn, I'm going to have Myra add that in Freedom Chasers here just in a second. So hold on, I'm pulling the chat up again. I literally have everything. Yeah, Kaylee said it literally has everything you would ever need in it. It is legit.
Y'all, it took me a long time to make, so use it.
Post the post and getting more friends, but what is the correct steps to take for that? So I think that this question, hold on, I keep closing the chat, I'm sorry, is from Leah. So I think that what you're asking are what are the correct steps to reach out to people. As far as host to post, for me, what I have had success with is reaching out to people who are active in my messenger at the time that I'm like looking for host to posts. So Leah, if you want to message me, I'm Rachel Bennig-Tevis on Facebook. I can send you exactly the host to post I've been using and walk you through that. But for me, my biggest success has been messaging people who are active in my messenger at the time that I'm, sending messages, because you want to get people while they're active, while they're on there. I start my messages with, hey girl, quick question. And pretty quickly people will either ignore you or respond, yeah, hey, what's up? And if they respond, yeah, hey, what's up? That's your in. That's your chance to talk to them about host to post, like, hey, I'm trying to reach a promotion. It would be a big favor to me, But for me, the most success I have gotten has been going through my active messenger, like the people who are active in messenger. Please take the 2 minutes to make sure the people you are messaging are not It Works distributors. It is worth it. And just say, hey girl, quick question. And I promise you're going to get some girls back who are like, hey, what's up? Yeah, what's going on? And then you can ask them. So if host to post is what you are stuck on or confused on, please message me. My name on Facebook is Rachel Bennig-Tevis. I was super skeptical of host to post myself until I found one that worked, and I would love to share that with you. So does anybody else have any other questions that they would like to put in the chat, or would you like to unmute yourself and ask a question? Honestly, we are just all here to help you. Doesn't matter if you're new, doesn't matter if you've been around. Yeah, we would love to hear you talk. Mallory, do you have anything tonight? Or if she's still with us. Mallory Finch. There she is. I see her eyeball.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I'm unmuted. Sorry, I turned the lights off. I can't really think of anything else specific. I did want to say, just for those people that are left, just keep going, and don't give up. It takes time. I mean, there's some people who just within the first 2 months they're diamond. I don't know, but just keep going, and then reach out for help. Rachel has been really great. like with helping, and I'm really encouraging. So just always do that. Oh wait, actually, I thought of something else.
Okay.
With oh, damn, I lost it. It was about following up. Oh, when do you stop following up? Because for the most part, I've kind of stopped after 3. I don't know if that's like too soon, or because I also don't want to like Lynn said, like I don't want to like be super, like I'm not trying to convince anybody, like you either want it or you don't. But at the same time, like you might have forgot, or
Right.
and I don't want to be like annoying, because like I've had people do that with me.
Absolutely.
And then
Well,
I'm like,
Britt just came in the chat and she said, when people say no. And so when I'm following up with someone that I have not heard from, my go-to message is, hey, I just wanted to follow up with you again. I'm updating my list for insert month that we are currently in. So I would say I'm updating my list for October. I want to keep holding a spot for you, a discounted spot for you if you're interested. But if you're not, I can take you off my list. Please let me know. And that, for whatever reason, if you tell people you're going to take them off your list, they either say, no, I just need a few more weeks and I'll be ready, or yes, please take me off your list, and you get your answer. I don't know what it is about that wording. I don't know why it is blessed from the Lord our Savior, but people respond. And, but I, just like Lynn said, if you are already feeling like you are dragging someone along, like you are needing to convince them, just
So can I add to that? So with
Yes.
distributors, yes. Like don't drag. If you have to convince them to enroll, you're going to convince them to work, right? But for customers, like I have enrolled customers that I have talked to for a year, like a year. Like they enroll with me because I have been a friend to them. I continue to like their page. I continue to like their posts, continue to message them about their life. Like I don't hound them about it works. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you have to get started on this. Oh, okay. Well, oh, I get it. I'm not trying to hound you. I just want to help you. So being a friend, the word help is huge. I want to help you. I just want to help you. But you don't ever discount someone from being a customer, because I shit you not, I have enrolled people that I started talking to a year or even more. What my very first loyal customer just became a distributor not long ago. And we're talking like 4 years ago. Like she just became a distributor. I had no idea. Just out of the blue, she said, I want to do this finally. I'm ready. So don't ever discount someone from being either a distributor or a customer. But if you're trying to drag someone into being a distributor, like you're probably going to drag them into working. If they're ready to work and ready to make money, then you won't have to drag them to work. Like you know they're going to show up. But to be a customer, don't discount anyone, because when the time's right, they're going to come to you if you're consistent.
Absolutely. So we are 15 minutes over our 1 hour mark. I hope that this was helpful to you. Kaylee, I feel like you had a question. Did we address it? Oh no, she was talking about the binder. Best advice you were ever given as a newbie. Did I answer that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, good. I did. Myra's reminded me. Thank God for the people who surround me and keep me centered. Well, Sarah had to get off to do a one-on-one call with one of her distributors, so she apologizes. But I'm so thankful for each of you who took the time to get on. And honestly, I am just blessed to know you guys, and I'm thankful for each of you. So thank you for taking time out of your night to spend this time with us. And I'm going to end the meeting, and I love you all, and we'll talk to you soon.